So I know a lot of you guys out there are complaining about 6-hour triggers, especially the P365 series, whether it be the XL, the SAS, or the 365 in general. We got a new fix for that, all right? Now I do know that there's a couple companies that do have some P365 triggers, including Gray Guns. I will say I do run a Gray Guns trigger in my full-size P320, and that is now because Tactical Trigger does not make a P320 full-size trigger. If he did, I'd definitely be throwing the Gray Guns away, not throwing it away, but be selling it and going to this trigger if it was just like this for my P320. But got my Ready Pack 2.0 here. This color, I forget what color it is, but this is just like the sickest color combo. Once again, you guys watch my videos, always mention Vertex stuff. If you pick up anything, you can save a good percentage off with the code BIG. But last video here on the 365 XLs from Zeftech. Forget the stock one. We're gonna be going over the P365 series of triggers from Tactical Trigger. All right, so it's awesome. It's pulling at about 3 pounds, 8 ounces now for an awesome trigger pull. Very accurate. I was able to just completely right off the rip shoot faster in the backyard the other day and a little bit more accurate at 50 yards with this trigger. Very happy with it. I'm gonna leave it in. I'm gonna carry this gun. I do carry this gun right now, and I'm really looking forward to this trigger in the future, especially once I get 1,000 rounds through this gun. It'll really start to polish itself out and get even better. That's what happens with triggers over time, especially if you guys have ever seen a Glock 19 that had like 80,000 rounds through it. The trigger was butterly smooth because basically after all those rounds shot through it, the gun kind of polished itself. So very nice, pretty inexpensive for a trigger. I think they run for about $100. They've got a nice video that you can watch on their YouTube. I don't know if they have a YouTube, but on their website, all right, tacticaltrigger.com. And definitely check it out. If you guys are in the market for a P365 trigger, look no further. Drop that Gray Guns, go ahead and get the Tactical Trigger from Tactical Trigger, all right, P365 trigger. All right, so here we go, Z365 XL with the Holosun. This is the one with the Tactical Trigger. It's the aftermarket trigger he sent me. It's very nice. I did shoot a couple rounds through it the other day, probably about 50, and I do like it. And then here's our stock Z365 XL. So we'll go ahead and drop the mags. One of the things I wanted to mention that I didn't mention in the other videos, if you haven't seen the other 2 videos, please go check them out, is sometimes when I'm dropping the magazine, it will get caught on the inside of my hand. It happens. It happened with my P10C. Anything smaller than like a full-size pistol, that will happen sometimes, and it's just something you have to work around, and not only work around, but kind of train around. So we'll go ahead and start with the stock gun first. All right, the stock Z365 XL here. So here's the trigger, take up to a wall, the brake, and then we have the reset. Once again, take up to a wall, the brake, and the reset. Now I will say this one that did come from my friends over at Shooting Surplus, shout out to Bruce and those guys, and Rand, this did have a better trigger in it than the one that originally came in this gun that I replaced with the Tactical Trigger. But let's go ahead and show the Tactical Trigger upgrade, which is super cool. Really like it. If you're carrying the P365 or the P365 SAS or XL, I think it would be a major improvement for you for shootability and just overall accuracy and being able to shoot a little bit quicker and more accurate. So there it is. You can see the take up is quite reduced. Real quick, I wanted to mention this is now pulling at about 3 pounds, 8 ounces, and the regular stock gun was pulling around 5 pounds. So we dropped down to 3 pounds, 8 ounces, which is really nice. So here we go. There's that nice take up to the wall. The brake. See how nice and short it is? And the reset. So much better. Here we go again. Take up to a wall. Brake. No over travel at all. This is fully adjustable as well. And then reset. So one more time just to show you the difference here. And if we can go ahead and do both, I don't know if this is possible, but we'll try it. So much better, the P365 XL with the tactical trigger. Show it one more time for you guys. Pulling about 3 pound 8 ounces. Very easy to install. All the parts come together, and then you can go ahead and look on Tactical Trigger's website to see the videos of how to install this trigger. But overall, really happy with it, and I'm excited to do a video in the future, and just for myself to see the overall difference in speed and accuracy with the two triggers, the stock and the tactical trigger here, as you can see. So you guys are looking for an awesome trigger for your P365, definitely check them out, tacticaltrigger.com.